It looks like your camera is turned off. So at the bottom on the left, there's a little thing that says start video.
Oh,
There you go.
there you go.
Subject to Change, a sustainability podcast.
Welcome, everybody. I'm Jodi Smits-Anderson, and we're very glad to have you join us at Subject to Change.
I'm Lauren Stanek, and I'm super excited about our most recent guest. This is something that I think is going to be near and dear to literally everybody's heart, or at least their skin.
Welcome Mark Harrison of Black Kettle Soap Company.
We want to welcome Mark Harrison with us today. He is the founder, the owner, the brains behind Black Kettle Soap Company.
My wife, Erica, she's the one. She comes up with the recipes.
Great.
And everything. Yeah. She's excellent. The backbone. So
the backbone. I like that.
Yeah.
So Mark is here with us, and I met Mark just I don't know, maybe 2 years ago at a farmer's market selling soaps, and actually it was his daughter who gave me the best information.
Visit bksoapco.com.
So can we talk about how you got to the name of your company?
Oh yeah, good question.
My wife and sister-in-law, when we lived in Texas, they went to a plantation there, and they seen these kettles, and Erica was trying to come up with a name, and she seen the kettles there, and there you go.
The origin story.
I loved this introduction about your wife and how she comes up with the recipes and the packaging. How did you get involved in this in general?
Oh, well, it happened with our, second daughter. We have 6 girls, 1 boy, and 5 of the girls had eczema. We found out what they're allergic to and made them the appropriate soaps and lotions and laundry soap. And yeah, that's how it started, actually.
Fantastic. That's actually one of the best stories and has come up before in solving a problem related to your own family. You discover something that works better for many, many, many people.
She's a designer by trade, and I'm a great salesperson, I guess.
Your home and your workshop is now in Troy.
Yes.
Closer to the cooler action, I think. There's a lot more kind of Brooklyn-esque stuff going on in Troy than in Albany. So when did you move there, and have you expanded? Is it?
Yeah, it is. The square footage as far as our studio is concerned is double the size down to where we used to be. It's great. I love the community, although I like Albany.
Well, rest assured, for anyone who's watching, Albany and Troy are only about 7 or 8 miles apart, right alongside the Hudson River. So we share a backbone, and that's the Hudson River.
Not so small craft company.
How far do you ship? Where do your products go? What's your biggest market?
Well, up till last year, we was about 300 stores around the country. And yeah.
That's amazing.
We ship all over the world, actually. Most of our clients are here in the US, but we ship to Canada, overseas, to Europe.
Bath, body, and cleaning products.
Since one of the things about this COVID-19, they wash your hands. And so,
yeah.
So what Erica did, she made a lot of recipes like this one. If you can see it, it's cucumber, aloe vera, and goat milk.
Wow.
So every time you use it, all the ingredients that's in that bar of soap goes into your skin. The same thing happens with the just regular old soap you buy from the store.
Right.
The ingredients, the petroleum or whatever they put in it,
Yeah.
goes into your skin. And so once we found out that the good ingredients that we put into the soap goes into your skin, which helped our girls, there you go.
There you
Yeah.
go. Actually, when you said goat milk, the first thing that occurred to me was the story. I think it was Cleopatra used to take milk baths every day. So
Ah.
I'm wondering if it, that whole luxury story, what you're doing is you're providing a milk bath in a bar.
We took it to the next level. This is a salt bomb.
Mhm.
And it has Mediterranean sea salt in it, grapeseed oil, and other minerals in it. You put it in warm water because you want your pores to open up, and it releases the minerals in the tub, which goes into your skin.
That's great.
What if you prefer a shower?
What does a shower bomb do?
Oh, we make that too.
That's why I'm asking. I was on your website. I'm an informed consumer.
Yeah. Well, we have a lot of customers that oh wow, that's strange. They don't take baths, they take showers. And so what Erica came up with is shower bomb. What it does, once the water hits it, it releases the aroma of whatever essential oil that we put in it. Basically, that's what it does.
That's great. Actually, there's a way that's using less water because baths take a lot of water, but still giving you the benefit of that infusion. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
And
So
it
it's
relates,
kind of like aromatherapy. Is that
Yeah.
kind of the target, or is it what's that?
Well-
Is it aromatherapy?
Yes. What we have done, we made some of the shower bombs to emulate different places like the Adirondacks or, yeah, yeah.
I'm all over that one.
We have one called Niagara Falls, and
Oh.
yeah, yeah.
You can travel without traveling in the time of COVID.
I think you
Yes,
just wrapped up about 1 million Christmas presents for people, both of you.
Healthy homes.
One of the first books I read in the green building industry that dealt with toxins talked about the normal approach to cleanliness in a house and how wrong it was to be in a shower that you cleaned with bleach, um, uh, with a curtain that was made out of PVC and dioxin, with soaps that had toxic chemicals in them. And then you put yourself in a warm, moist environment, and all of those horrible chemicals are getting infused into your skin. What you're talking about is infusing beautiful ingredients without those toxins into your skin and into your airways, and that can be amazing.
Right.
Clean ingredients.
Most soaps that you buy from there, I'm trying to name any names, but
No, you can name names. We're very informal and we're not on anyone's radar at this point, so
okay.
it's no harm, no foul if you say names.
Well, okay, like Dove, they use synthetics, they use petroleum base, they use ingredients that like is not biodegradable for the water,
Right.
that's there. A person told me a long time ago, said like a lotion, if you can't drink it, you shouldn't make it. We have all natural cleaning product that it has eucalyptus in it there, and it instead of the harsh chemicals to clean. There you go.
This is
Yeah,
orange and
yeah.
eucalyptus.
What
And
does
this
it
is-
do?
It's an all-purpose cleaner. I spray on a wet cloth to wipe down shelves and to wipe out, countertops and things like that. And it's good for everything in it because it has the orange. It's really good when you have pets. It's concentrated. So this little spray is, when you put it on a wet cloth, it's just 1 or 2 spritzes and it really cleans very well. So there, and we didn't time that.
But what is funny about it, all the basic elements that we put into the soap uh, is natural. It comes from the earth, and instead of just taking it, is healthy for the earth there, healthy for your body.
I don't think I found a soap that I haven't liked the fragrance of, because there's no, I don't know if I'm sensitive or not, or just appreciate, there's no back of the throat tang of chemicals. It's really just wonderful smells, which is great.
Clean packaging.
In our shower gel, we use glass, you know what I'm saying? So you can reuse it again.
That's great.
In our laundry bag, this is fully recyclable. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the laundry detergent that's in there?
Yeah, laundry soap.
Laundry soap? Thank you. You're absolutely right. So I bought laundry soap and I put it in my own mason jar with my tablespoon measurer, and it's labeled so that I keep this down by our washing machine. And you use like half as much as you do of any other laundry soap. And again, it's beautiful.
Education reveals new paths.
What led you down this path of sustainability? Was it the start of with the eczema, or was it something more?
Okay. When I lived in Los Angeles and we was in the garment business there, I learned about manufacturing. Not only that I sell and market a product, and Erica designed it, I learned from top to bottom how to manufacture things. And at one time we lived in Bakersfield, California, and for some reason we opened up an educational store, specialty store. So I had to learn about the product there and science and things like that. I ended up grabbing some contracts with the LA City School District, and we started making after-school educational science activities for kids, grade school kids. And so I just dived deeply into all the products that we made for education of school-age kids. And then once after we finished our contracts with the schools and Erica got into the products, I just went down a rabbit hole and found out what each of the products do to the environment, to the skin, and to the air. Yeah.
Small batch businesses.
Do you see more craft businesses and smaller businesses being the future of our culture?
Wow. Yeah. I see that a lot now, and it's growing. I remember when I was in school, was a lot of hands-on things you do in the metal shop and wood shop and things like that. I'm seeing it come back, especially here in the Hudson Valley there. And I was just hoping that there can be an incubator place where handcrafters can not only just meet, but do their actual work, their studios, like an artist studio, a handcrafted studios,
I agree with you. Having kind of a shared space for, and you know what, the word craft is not appreciated anymore the way it should be.
Right.
When I say craft, I mean, an investment of quality into very, they could be very simplistic tasks. They become craft when they become an art attached to that
Yes,
task.
yes, exactly.
And so that's great. I honestly think that the idea of a very diverse, smaller business approach is better for an urban environment, certainly, and would start to address some of the issues we have politically with money being too important in the political spectrum.
Right.
You know, but that's, you know, the idealistic Jodi, but we're in process toward that, I think.
I like to take it a step further. If you're going to do beadwork, learn how the bead is made.
Yeah.
Can we make it here?
Yeah, all the way back through the trade. Yeah.
You know,
That's great.
one of our soaps that we make called Honeybee, right?
Mhm.
We use a local beekeeper. We put local honey in it. The paper is crafted locally.
Nice.
You know, we just try to use every element within the area that we can. And that can happen in each community too, you know, as well.
And then each product has a story, not just of the product itself, but of the people that have been part of that product.
Right.
Yeah, that's networking. That's community. Amazing.
The ripple effect.
I like I mean, not to take it back to what you were just saying, which is we're too focused on economics and finances, but that's like the best version of it, right? It's the best version when we can find those synergies right within our own, you know, hometowns. And I've got to think that that makes for a more robust Troy and Albany, for example. Just your ripple effect has got to be, I mean, goat's milk, right? Your paper, your honey, your goat's milk. I'm sure all of this is sourced local to you, right?
Right. And the thing is, like the essential oils and fragrances, they can be made locally too, as well. You know, I mean, you can go to seasonal, but you can go to a lavender farm and you can distill it yourself and you can make your own lavender oil. I'm just using that for an example.
Yep.
And not to go too far off, like we make a shampoo bar, and you have one over there.
This is the coconut and clay shampoo bar that I use, which is awesome. Oh my God, it's like the best thing I've ever used. This thing foams up like you wouldn't believe. And then my husband uses, and I just bought this for him, Brewmaster, which is beer-based.
Steps that aggregate.
I've been using shampoo bars for a while, but now I'm going to convert so that I take my environmental footprint, right? So I went from like plastic bottled shampoos to a bar, which is great. But now I know somebody who's not only local, but will also send that bar wrapped in paper. Well, more local than wherever else I'm getting it. So I've just like reduced my footprint further in this conversation. I'll be placing an order tonight for Christmas.
Well, and to be clear, these are a little more expensive. These last great, and I love the quality. And I also know that when, for example, I use the laundry soap, it has I think it's a rosemary and
yeah.
I mean, it's a great smell. And it's what I hate is when I walk through my neighborhood and somebody's using like one of the plastic bottles full of softener, and it has that sickening medicinally floral taste when you walk down the street and somebody's using that in their dryer.
Right.
I don't get that in my house anymore.
The thing is, soap is sought scientifically. So if you bathe with it, it will soften the water, which conditions your clothes when you use it. So you're gonna find out that this laundry soap, it doesn't bubble a lot, so you use a single rinse. You don't have to use dryer sheets or anything like that. What makes clothes hard is because of the hard water.
And we hang things on the line, so we get a little, like our towels sometimes get a little coarse even with your laundry soap, but I've already noticed the difference that they're softer with this soap than the detergent.
Craft takes time.
What other aspects of move, like what other aspects of a craft business, a small batch business, have been particularly challenging for you?
You know, the roughest thing is to get it out, to put it in the hands of people.
Yeah,
A lot of customers are used to the Amazon thing.
Mhm. I
Everything.
know we're guilty. Oh my God.
It takes time for a lot of products to cure, to settle. Um, if we get an order of, let's say, 100 bars, we'll cut the order company. I'll put it like that. Uh, we have it in raw good form. When you order it, then we make it. So it takes a little longer. The thing is, when we get a wave of 200 or 300 orders for a particular product, then that's there.
Getting out there.
When we talked, you were talking, getting out there is the toughest part, and you did craft shows for a while, but and also did local markets, but there were some challenges with those local markets. Like we have the Fort Orange market, which represents small producers of goods, but it isn't exactly, it's a tough thing, and they take a big percentage, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, they do. It, they want it at a lower percentage,
Yeah.
per se. Yeah. Um,
But the online is working for you, and that's building.
yes, it's, wow, yeah, it's building about maybe 85 to 90% there in the last 9 months, actually. The big change that we would like to do,
Yeah.
is to have a set apart studio
Cool.
and training and employing people to do it there. We don't want them to work for us. We want them to have a separate business of themselves. Say
Got
like
it. That's kind of exciting.
for this soap,
Yeah.
have a freelance designer do the printing work for the soap and packaging, you know.
Nice.
So, each step of the production on this can be a different person or a different company, freelance, coming under our umbrella to do that.
I preach a lot about how nature tells us how to do things, and nature is very diverse. And so if you have many people working on a product line, there's a security in that diversity, as long as you're cross training, you know.
Yeah.
And there's also a sharing of that wealth and that community, and it becomes just a stronger network, which is I think one of the things that Laura and I are trying to do with this. Lauren and I are trying to do with this video series. Also create that.
You can do it.
All right. So one of the two questions that we always ask is, what do you think is the biggest kind of imperative that people should know about right now? What do you think is probably not common knowledge that is your biggest initiative? Or maybe it is common knowledge and it's still an initiative.
I believe that if it's something that you want to do, make, have an idea for, you can do it. That, yeah, I, I just see that. I'm not just saying that you could do it. I know that you can do it because I have been doing it over the past 35, 40 years. Yeah.
I agree. I tell my students that, I encourage my students with a similar thought all the time, because I think it's important, especially for students, to know that if you've got an idea, it's just a matter of making it happen. But I think that, you know, especially as they're about to embark and try and find a job, it's really important for them to hear that message.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like you truly love the investment of time and energy you've put into your business and your family's association with that business as well, which is quite beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. But it's funny. It's like it's instilled into all our kids, you know, but they're going out doing their own thing.
Family inspirations.
Is there someone who has inspired you in some aspect of your life or your work?
I have to. First one is my wife, Erica. Truly, she is all I wanted to be. And how, uh, I mean, she's a mother, uh, she's an artist, she's a creator, and she's just a virtuous woman, you know. And I look at her every day because I see her every day, and I just say, "Wow, I want that," you know. And I really have it. An uncle of mine's uh, he's not here. He transitioned, you know,
Yeah.
but he taught me a lot of what I can do, you know. Right now, he just told me to be like a sponge and just absorb everything and not just to hold it. And I said, be like a sponge. Well, he said, when you squeeze the sponge, it releases the water. You know what I mean? And
That's great.
Yeah.
What's your uncle's name?
Jimmy.
Jimmy. So
Yeah.
Uncle Jimmy.
Uncle Jimmy.
And Erica, which is, both of those are beautiful, so beautiful.
Nice.
And I think we can take inspiration from so many people in our lives if we just actually think about them for a minute and their influence on our lives. And I truly appreciate you sharing those two inspirers with us.
This has been subject to change.
All right. Thank you, Mark. You've been awesome.
All righty.
Thank you so much, Mark. It was so great to meet you. I'll be placing my order tonight.
Thank you very much to our guest, Mark Harrison, and thanks to my co-host, Lauren Stanek. This is Jodi Smits-Anderson. Have a great day.
I was really, really scared. I said, what did I jump into?
That's what everyone says. It's not so bad in the end, is it?